Hi children, we are moving to the fifth session of our elementary angles. So we are in the fifth chapter and fifth session of understanding elementary angles. Till now, what have we learned in understanding elementary angles? So what all did we learn? We learned about line segment, and we learned about angles, and later on we learned about measuring angles also, isn't it? And we used our protractor to measure the angles. Now we will move on to the lines that is called as perpendicular line. We will learn about perpendicular lines. So what is perpendicular lines? So first of all, we know what is a line segment. So we know what line segment as a line between two given points, that is A and B. If we have a line intersecting this line segment, if we have a line that is intersecting this line segment such that the line that is intersecting bisects. So the intersecting line bisects. What is bisect? Bisect is dividing. Okay, if the intersecting line bisects A and B equally. Okay, if it's bisecting equally, then these two lines are called as perpendicular line. So let us name it as M and N. Let us put the meeting point as O. So here, look at that. Two lines are said to be perpendicular if it cuts a line segment AB and it intersects line and bisects equally, then these two lines are called as perpendicular lines and they make the angle 90 degree. Okay, if they could make the angle 90 degree on all the four sides. Obviously, right, they are making it a 90 degree angle. If you take the angle MOB, take the angle MOB, it is 90 degree. Take AOM, again it is 90 degree. Take AON, 90 degree. BON is 90 degree. So therefore these two lines are called as perpendicular line. We give the symbol as perpendicular like this, like a reverse T. The reverse T is called as perpendicular symbol. So we know what is the symbol of a line segment, right? We put a dash. For a line, we give arrows on the both the sides. For a ray, we give it on one side, and for an angle, we write like this, angle AOB. Similarly, for perpendicular, we give a reverse T. Okay, I would like to define you once again here. Two lines are said to be perpendicular if it intersects the other line by bisecting the line equally such that it forms a 90 degree angle. Then these two lines are said to be perpendicular to each other. Is that clear? Okay. So here we have, in your textbook they have given certain exercise based on the perpendicular line. So let us go for the exercise. Exercise 5.6. Is it 5.4? 5.5. let me go to the question here, which says, which of the following are model of perpendicular line? So which are the model of perpendicular line? The adjacent edges of a tabletop. So how is your tabletop? Like this. So are these lines perpendicular? You can try like this, isn't it? Let's draw some imaginary lines. So if you imagine this line is perpendicular to each other only, right? If you could imagine. Only we have taken this half, but if you imagine, you will get the perpendicular lines itself, isn't it? So A is the correct answer. The adjacent edges of the tabletop. P1 is correct. The line of a railway track. So this is your railway track. Are they perpendicular? No, so they are not perpendicular. C. The line segment forming a letter L. So can L be a perpendicular? This is L. Is this perpendicular? Yes, if you imagine. Isn't it? We will get a perpendicular line. So therefore it is correct. And if you take D, letter V. Letter V is not perpendicular. So look at the second question. Let us So here says, let PQ be a perpendicular to the line segment XY. So we have to consider the line segment XY here. So it is XY and we have PQ as a perpendicular line. So PQ, this is a perpendicular line to XY. Okay. And let them intersect at a point called A. So here is a point A. Now they ask, what is the measure of angle PAY? So here PAY. What will be the measurement of PAY there? Angle PAY is equal to 90 degree. We need not even think of it. When a line they are perpendicular to each other, obviously the angle formed will be equal to 90 degree. Therefore it is 90 degree. Third one, here there are two set squares in your box. What is the measure of the angle that is formed in the corners? Do you have any angle measured in common? So if you take the set square such that we have some set square like this, isn't it? One set square is like this and the other set square is like this for us. Okay. So here one is 30 degree, one is 90 degree and the other is 60 degree. This is one set square. Okay. Here one more we have is, this is 90 and this is 30 and this is 30. So we have two set square of this measurement. So we will write it as set square 1 having the measurement of 30, 60 and 90. Set square 2 is equal to 30, 30 and 90. So they have asked one more question for us. Okay, what is the question? Do you have any angle measured in common? What is the angle measured in common here? So 90 degree angle is measured in common. So if we have 90 degree measured in common. So let us go on to the fourth question. Study the diagram. The line L is perpendicular to the line M. So here we have two lines in a question 4. Okay, in question number 4, there is a line given here. This is line L and we have line M. This is L line and this is M line. Here in this they have given a number line here. 1, 2, 3 and 4. This side this is 5. E, this is E, midpoint is E5. Here we have 6, 7 and 8. And here they are given A, B, C, D. E is there, F, G and H. Now they have asked the question, that is first one, A. Is CE equal to EG? CE, what is CG? 1, 2, that is 2 centimeter. EG is 1, 2. Therefore, CE is equal to 2 centimeter and EG is equal to 2 centimeter. Are they equal? Yes, they both are equal. Now look at B. Does PE bisect CG? Where is PE? PE, where is, okay, they have given a point P here. There is one point P. So this PE, this is the PE bisecting CG. Where is CG? This C to G. Here also we have 2 centimeter. Here also we have 2 centimeter. Whether this PE is bisecting CG? Yes, it is bisecting CG. This, yes. Look at the third one, C. Identify any 2 line segments from which PE is perpendicularly bisecting. So we have to find out 2 lines that are perpendicularly equal to PE. So what are the 2 lines we can find out? One we can find out as C to G, isn't it? CG is 1 line segment which is perpendicular. Anything else? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yes, you can have BH. Okay, and also in B also we have 3 centimeters and in H also we will get 3 centimeters. Therefore, even BH also is 1 line segment where this PE can equally bisect. Okay, here 2 centimeter, 2 centimeter, that is C and G. So CG is 1 line segment where it can be perpendicularly equal. One more will be 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2, 3. Therefore, you will get 3 centimeter on the other side. Therefore, you can take BH also as 1 line segment where PE is bisecting it. Look at the D1. Are these true? AC is greater than FG. So where is FG? FG is 1 centimeter. AC is 2 centimeter. Therefore, AC is 2 centimeter and FG is 1 centimeter. Therefore, it is true. Second one, CD is equal to GH. CD is 1 centimeter. GH is 1 centimeter. They both are equal. CD is equal to GH. Again, it is also true. What is the third one? BC is less than EH. BC is 1 centimeter. EH 1, 2, 3. EH is 3 centimeter. Therefore, BC is less than EH. Again, that is also true. All the 3 are true here for us. So by this, we end up with the 5.5. So we'll move on to the next one, that is classification of triangles. So do we know what is a triangle? Do we know what is a triangle? Triangle is a closed figure. What is a triangle? Triangle is a closed figure with 3 sides. Triangle is a closed figure having 3 sides. Isn't it? This is a triangle. And here as we know from our second standard, for triangle there are 3 sides, 3 vertex, okay, and what else? Okay, 3 sides and 3 vertex. So we know what is the vertex here, 1, 2 and 3. And if you could classify, we will classify this triangle into 6 types. Okay, classification of on the basis of 2 different categories. One is based on sides. Based on sides. There is one classification under based on sides, and the other classification is under based on angles. Okay, so the classification of triangles is done under 2 cases, that is based on sides and the other one is based on angles. So first let us look into what is based on sides. So when we have, the first one is equilateral triangle. Equilateral triangle. What is this equilateral triangle? Here when you say equilateral triangle, when all the sides of a triangle are equal, then it's called as equilateral triangle. That means if it is having 3 centimeter, 3 centimeter and 3 centimeter. If you could imagine 3, 3 and 3. For on all the 3 sides, if you have 3 equal centimeters, then this triangle will be called as equilateral triangle. Okay, when all the 3 sides are equal, then it is called equilateral triangle. Second one is isosceles triangle. Isosceles triangle. Here when you say isosceles triangle, in isosceles triangle you have 2 sides equal and the one side different. See, this 2 will be equal, this one will be different. So when the 2 sides of a triangle are equal, then it is called as isosceles triangle. When 3 sides are equal, then it is called equilateral triangle. When 2 sides are equal, that is called as isosceles triangle. The third one is called as a scalene triangle. The third one is called as scalene triangle. So what could be a scalene triangle? When all the 3 sides are different. When none of the sides are equal, then it is called as scalene triangle. When all the 3 sides are different. This will be of 1 centimeter, this is 2 and this is 3. Are different centimeters. So when all the 3 sides are different, then it is called as scalene triangle. So let me revise once again. As when all the 3 sides are equal, it is called as equilateral triangle. When 2 sides are equal, it is called as isosceles triangle. And when none of the sides are equal, that is all the 3 sides are different, then it is called as the scalene triangle. This is based on the sides. Classification of triangle based on its sides. Now we'll move on to based on angles. Next one is based on angles. So what could be actually based on angles? As we know, a triangle is having a 3 sides and 3 vertex. And we know angle, when 2 lines are meet at a one single vertex, an angle is formed. So in a triangle we can have 3 angles formed. Isn't it? In a triangle we can have 3 angles formed because we have 2 lines meeting at one vertex here, 2 lines meeting at one vertex here, and we have 2 lines meeting at one vertex here. So we have 3 different vertex, and based on that we can have 3 different angles in a triangle. So now we will see what are the triangles that is based on a angles. So first one is acute angle triangle. Angled, okay, it is angled triangle. So what is acute angle triangle? See, when all the 3 angles of a triangle are acute angle, then it is called as acute angle triangle. For example, this particular triangle itself. Here, all the 3 angles are acute angle. Therefore, it is called as acute angle triangle. The second one is right angled triangle. Right angled triangle. So here in right angle triangle, we have one angle as a right angle. So this is the right angle triangle. Here 2 angles are acute angle and the one angle is a right angle. Therefore it is called as right angled triangle. Here all the 3 are acute. Here we have one angle which is right angle, the other 2 is acute. Therefore it is called as right angled triangle. The third one is obtuse angle triangle. Obtuse angled triangle. In obtuse angle triangle, as in same as in right angle triangle, we will get one angle which is obtuse. We have one angle that is obtuse and the other 2 will be acute again. This angle is called as obtuse angle triangle. Let me revise once again. The first one is acute angle triangle, where all the 3 angles are acute, and we have right angle triangle when two angles are acute and one angle is a right angle triangle. The third one is the obtuse angle triangle. In obtuse angle triangle, we have 2 angles as acute angle and one angle as a obtuse angle. Therefore, it is called as obtuse angle triangle. This is the classification based on angles. So we have 2 classification of triangles. One is based on the sides and the other one is based on angles. If you take based on sides, you have scalene triangle, isosceles triangle and the equilateral triangle. When you come back to based on angles, you have acute angle triangle, right angle triangle, and the last one is obtuse angle triangle. Now we will move on to the exercise, that is 5.6, to find out what are the questions given us for based on our triangles. So look into the first question. Name the type of the following triangles. So A they have given, okay, triangle with length, side 7 cm, 8 cm and 9 cm. So first one is 7 cm one, 8 cm one and 9 cm one. So what type of triangle is that? This is a scalene triangle. It is a scalene triangle. B, triangle with AB 8.7, AC 7 cm and BC is equal to 6 cm. Again this triangle is a scalene triangle because all the 3 sides are in different centimeters. C, triangle PQR such that PQ is equal to QR, QR is equal to PR, then it's equal to 5 cm. Therefore, here the triangle is having PQR. PQR. PQ is equal to QR. QR is equal to PR. Therefore, what type of triangle is that? It is equilateral triangle. It is an equilateral triangle. And look at the D1, triangle DEF with having M, that is measure of angle D is equal to 90 degree. So here they are giving the triangle they have given us a triangle such that DEF and the angle D is 90 degree. Therefore angle D, measure of the angle D is 90 degree. Then what type of angle is that? That is a right angled triangle. Right angled triangle. E, angle X, triangle XYZ with measurement of angle Y 90 degree and XY is equal to YZ. So here you can give us two different names. Okay, here you can give two different names for the given triangle there. Here if you could see, there is a triangle here. Okay, it is like this, and here the angle of Y is 90 degree. So it is angle X, Y, Z. So Y is 90 degree and here XY, this is equal to YZ. These two sides are equal, therefore it is a right angled isosceles triangle. So it is a double name. It is right angled isosceles triangle. Here one we have the angle and the other two sides are also equal. Therefore it is right angled isosceles triangle. And look at the last one, that is F. Triangle LMN where angle, measure of angle L is 30 degree, measure of angle M is 70 degree and measure of angle N is 80 degree. So what type of angle is that? It is the acute angled triangle. Acute angled triangle. So this is the end of the first main, that is A1. So based on the given measurement, we have given the names for the triangles there. So look at the second one, it is a match the following. Okay, here the measure of the angles is given and based on that you have to match this one exercise. I will give it to you. Okay, now look at the third one. Name each of the following triangle into two different ways. You may judge the nature of the angle by observation. Now by looking at that picture again, you have to tell the name of the given triangle. So this also I am giving it to you. So second main and third main, this two is your homework. So second one and third one. So let me go on to the fourth main then. So now try to construct a triangle using matchstick. Okay. Can you make a triangle with 3 matchstick? Yes, of course, I hope so. No? I think you have to draw with your some measuring ideas. Let us take 1 centimeter of 3 matchsticks. We can write, isn't it? So A is, yes, we can make. B, 4 matchstick. Yes, even with 4 matchstick also you can make. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think no, we cannot make. So it is no. C, 5. Well, let us try. 2, 4. Yes, we can make. Yes, we can make, isn't it? Yes, it is yes. So D, 6 matchstick. Yes, we can make with the help of 6, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is again yes. So remember, you have to use the available matchstick in each case. Name the type of triangle in each case. If you can make a triangle, think as a reason. So here you can make it as a equilateral triangle, right? So here you can make equilateral triangle. Second one is no. The third one will be isosceles triangle. Isosceles triangle. And third one and fourth one is again equilateral, because we have given 2 matchstick on the 3 sides. Triangle. So by this we end up with 5.6. In the next session I will start up with quadrilaterals and polygons. So by this we will end up the chapter. Until then, have a nice day, children.